or whatever.
Take 9.
Ooh.
Sorry, take 69.
Ooh, we're adults.
That's what she said.
It's the sexiest number, or so I am told.
No,
well-
it's correct. Very much
One of these days, I'll get my guidance counselor to explain it to me. But until
Do you know what the speed of sex is, Jason?
I mean, if A plus B equals C, then yeah, I do.
What is it?
I mean, I always
11.
thought it was 69 miles per hour.
No.
69 knots.
No, the speed of sex is 70 because once you get down to 69, you got to turn around.
No, it's all a circle. It's a circle.
Was that a word problem joke?
I hate
That
word
was-
problems
I feel
so
like I
much.
just got an SAT question.
That was a quality ass joke.
I hate word problems so much. Fuck you, math.
Fuck your math. Okay, well, I guess since we're recording, and usually when we have a guest, I find we don't do intros.
That is also true.
What intro?
Yeah, usually we'll do an intro when it's just us, but otherwise it's just like, man, fuck it, let's just keep talking and see what happens. So that's what we're doing now.
Right on.
For those of us listening, this is Jason from Game Corps and Tech for Troops,
Yeah, that's me.
Mr. Head Honcho.
I'm only in charge when there's blame to be assigned.
Oh no, the scapegoat.
Yeah,
Get
I
him.
am a sacrificial scapegoat. That's
Oh
what I am.
no.
Now, I watched Talladega Nights this weekend,
Yeah.
and all I can think of when I hear Honcho now is like, I spread my butt cheeks as Ed Honcho will play girl.
Jesus. No.
I get how you got there.
I just want you to know.
Yep.
That's yeah. We'll never be able to listen to that word again with the
No.
same vernacular.
Honcho.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so anyways, let's get all the business out of the way before we bullshit.
Absolutely.
So please we've been telling everybody that we're part of Game Corps
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and we've given them a little bit, but please tell them a little bit more about this delightful cause.
Sure. So my name is Jason Parker. I am a Navy and Army veteran. I left the service about a decade ago for medical reasons, a couple of which are head injuries, and a litany of other ones being some emotional battles that I deal with. I experienced some really dark times. And it's gonna be really weird that I say this, but I am fortunate to be one of the first batches of opiate addicts. If I had been messing with that stuff now, the fentanyl would have ended me a long time ago. But when I was into it, I was self-treating for a number of things with the service. I became medically retired. It was just kind of a downward spiral. Homelessness, and I mean, I can get more depressing, but I think you got the idea. Stay tuned for my memoirs. If you will. So flash forward to just after COVID kind of started lifting, and my VA therapist recommended I go speak to the CEO of Tech for Troops. They are a 501c3 veteran and veteran family and support charity that hooks up the aforementioned with no-cost computers, classes on how to use that stuff, and just ways to integrate into education in the digital realm. I loved being in that environment, but something that always spoke a lot to me was, in addition to being an opiate addict, and I have been clean since 2016, so knock knock for whatever I'm supposed to do on plastic or
Killing it, sir.
yeah, I figured.
Killing.
I made a suicide attempt at one of my lower points, and it did not work. but I think that worked out to everyone's advantage. I figured that
Yeah.
was something that I was still here for. There was something I still had to accomplish. And when I was given the resources at Tech for Troops, no cost computers to be able to distribute and ways to bring people together, I really felt that that was my shot to kind of reach back. There were a lot of things that pulled me out of the darkness when it came to recovery, when it came to feeling isolated. And one of the huge things was gaming, whether it was with my 5, 6, 7-year-old son that had moved across the country, or whether it was guys from previous commands, platoons, ships that I was stationed aboard. It felt like that way to bring us together. And I know a lot of our generation, and it's not just a veteran issue or a military issue, we tend to isolate. And social media is one of those things that, for all the ways that it can bring us together, it drives us so far apart.
Oh, yeah.
And to be able to talk to someone and level with them and say, I appreciate that you're here. I appreciate that you're talking to me. And I thank you for taking that time just to share something rather than do something that you can't take back. And so that was kind of where this whole incentive was formed. I wanted to kind of do, and to flashback just a little bit, my time in the Army was spent as a medic. And one of the most valuable things you have at your disposal is triage. And that's the ability to look at 4 patients, potential patients, and see, you've got a paper cut, your haircut's real bad, you're missing a leg, I'm gonna go with the guy missing the leg, haircut guy, GTFO, and paper cut guy, hang on, I'll get to you. And it really can be that simple when it comes to mental health. There's a lot of not only VA providers, but typical providers and clinicians out there as therapists or as psychiatrists that have a really hard time differentiating between a bad day and someone looking to end it. And even if you get that clinician that clicks with you immediately, well, how long are you going to have to wait for that? In an emergency situation, you could still have to wait 6 weeks to speak with them. And I have been institutionalized 3 times. And let me tell you, every time that I hate to admit it, but it was an emergency. If the 6 weeks had gone by, we would not be having this conversation, or we'd be having a very different one.
Yeah.
At the very least. And so given resources where I can say, hey, look, man, we're at the modern day baseball game with your dad. This is us. We're racing Mario Kart. I think you're a little bitch because you picked Toad, but it's cool. I race as Donkey Kong. I'll stomp all over you. You don't have enough bandwidth to worry about the stuff that was flooding your brain with the chemicals, and enough bandwidth to worry about what controls you're hitting, and to listen to me do really poor impressions of trash talk. It's something's got to give, and the thing that you're going to pay attention to is the dopamine reward right in front of your face. And so that's a way that gaming not only kills that isolation, it brings us closer together, and it positively rewards your brain at a time where every chemical in your brain is telling you you're wrong, or this is stupid, this is boring, go to sleep, you're better off not here. You're getting positive chemicals pumping into your brain. Are video games an addiction? I'm not here to decide that. I'm here to get you through this week, to get you through next week. And are video games better than ending your own life? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And
I mean, anything can be an addiction.
That,
Very true.
Literally
I mean,
anything.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, that was the genesis of GameCore. Tech for Troops has been our parent charity in this, our parent nonprofit. We've been um, incredibly blessed by not only Acer computers, but Predator Gaming, which is their gaming uh, offshoot.
Mm.
Their VP of marketing is on our board of directors.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
He has supplied us with gaming rigs for veterans and for content creators that are looking to expand the message. And you guys are prime examples of that. Really, we're just looking to take this to a bigger stage. Um, in addition to us getting multiple other contracts, we have an agreement with Epic Games where if you support a creator, Tech for Troops, all one word, the four is spelled out, 10% of your purchases in the store come directly to the charity, and that's 100% tax free.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. So
Uh,
write that down, people. Tech
yeah,
for Troops
that's
with
it.
Epic Games.
And please drop in and check out our Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/GameCore0, and that's the number zero, as we are aiming for zero veteran suicides. And that's the only number that's really acceptable to me. The
Yeah,
fact that it's over 17 a day, um, I mean, those are stupid numbers. They
yeah,
don't even really make sense to me.
yeah.
Uh, but any number above zero is is
Is
not right.
unacceptable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and if it's up to us to be the people that reach out and let these guys know that they're not alone, or let somebody know that yeah, you're absolutely consequential, you matter, then
mm-hmm.
if that's us, all the more power to us. But we're better together. We are a pack animal. And when we are together, we are at our strongest.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely. And that's why. I mean, Jay and I always talked about when we started this. We were like, if we ever make money on this, he's like, we're gonna split it four ways. It's gonna be one for me, one for you, one for a charity, one for the actual podcast itself.
Sure.
That's how we should do it. And like, I mean, I met you through Jesse,
Yeah.
um, and I mean, that was just like dumb luck
Yeah.
because we like refriended after 15 years or
Jessie
something.
is a force to be reckoned with.
She's 100%.
She has brought in, like, personally dragged in people that she thought would be a good fit. She has, yeah, and she makes it so that you're not permitted to say no. It'll happen whether you want it to or not, and it's always been to my benefit. So I have nothing but nice things to say.
No, Jesse's great, and I love her to death.
If you're
And
interested in seeing her stuff, a lot of our marketing stuff on the GameCore Instagram, on our various other social medias. She does a lot of the art for it. She's an incredibly talented artist, and she
mm,
goes by Princess Danger on the Discord and the Twitch.
yeah, we did. Was it? I mean, we talk about nerd shit, so I was like, this just
Yeah,
seems
Oh yeah,
like a
perfect.
great, a perfect thing
nerd
to mix in
stuff.
with us.
Ah, I'm
I, was,
out.
I mean, that's all this is. It's just we do
Right?
the nerd thing, and
That's right.
it
Whatever
used to be
comes to
just
mind.
anime, and now it's everything.
It's
But
everything.
but I mean, I really I like that I find that I like streaming for you guys. Like, I haven't gotten to a point where people actually join and I can help anybody yet, but I
Sure.
like that I'm there,
Yeah.
and it does make me feel good. Like, I'm making a fucking active attempt.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
because,
And
like,
that's one of the things I have to say for anybody that's considering volunteering or coming aboard that wants to be a moderator or a streamer. Um, so there's something, and I feel weird re-spouting stuff my therapist has said, but there's a term called eudaimonic lifestyle, and it's not just something that fulfills the bills, check box. It's something that you're doing that you can also find stress relief and find a sense of well-being about. And so that's, to me, that was something that was important. I know I'm not the most interesting streamer in the world. And I know I'm not necessarily good at anything, but
Sorry,
I'm there.
Jay's face. Jay's face. Right?
See,
When I made
this is
the
why we
stupid-
started doing video too, so we can actually
Right.
Because
see
I did
facial
the stupid
expression.
face, and Jay's just like.
I mean, I think I get shot more in Fortnite than anything else. I don't actually do enough killing. I think I might have one round where I'm like, "Ooh, look at me! I got like 10 kills, great!" And then somebody just comes out, "Hey, laser, you're dead. Get out of here."
It doesn't take long.
Oh,
Well,
no,
like,
no.
honestly, I haven't played any game. Like, I played No Rest for the Wicked mostly, and then I did Power Wash Simulator, and actually paid for a couple scary games.
That's fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh,
that I'm gonna
games are
do,
fun.
like,
Yeah.
just for streaming. I bought 2 of them. I'm like, these look like they're gonna be great,
Okay.
and I'm gonna play them late at night, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna like shit my pants playing games, and I'm like, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna watch. That'll be hilarious.
I need to record it and
if
fucking
there's-
post them on YouTube.
if
I always
there's
forget.
Anything I enjoy, it's a man defecating himself out of fear. That's I mean, it goes video games, comic books, man defecating himself out of fear. That's how it goes.
Make sure there's
I'm
a lot
pretty-
of flatulence. That's what really sells it.
If there's not an audio track, I'm out.
Yeah.
I will return that shoot immediately.
No, we speak French here, sir. You can
Oh, yeah.
say
Oh,
that.
you do
It's
speak
fine.
French.
We speak French fluently.
Let's see.
Fantastic.
Here.
English,
This is
bad English.
this is our world,
Got
and
it.
if we can't cuss, I'm not gonna be here anymore.
There are times where I'm in front of rooms of guys wearing suits that I'm pretty sure if they admitted to their wives that they ever heard the word shit, they'd need an Uber home from the presentation. It would.
Well, it sounds like someone needs to take up a collection plate for all the sticks and asses.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I mean,
here it is.
Sounds
We
like
have a
some very
jar,
puckered
but
buttholes.
not money goes into it. The economy's real tight. Sticks and asses are gonna remain there, pretty much.
I mean, where else are you gonna get sticks in this economy?
Yeah,
We're a
right.
stickless economy.
We're gonna need to burn something.
Oh no. So that's why the price of lumber is so high.
So high. Lumber and eggs. Lumber, everything you need to build a house. It's so high.
I don't even want to.
You don't-
It's gonna make me sad thinking about.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Don't think. Okay, I'm not gonna think. Jay, talk about
Woosah.
something else.
Woosah, sir.
Talk about something else.
Woosah.
I gotta think about it.
Something else. Okay.
Talk
Something.
about something else.
Something.
Talk about something else. Anyways, I just want to home.
I was just waiting for the bit to come back around.
I just want to get home. These, like I said, these aren't bits. This is my life.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I was waiting for life to be cyclical. I think that may be the thing.
It doesn't always go that way.
No.
Not according to
No.
Rod Snyder's character in Chuck. Chuck.
Well, aside from, I mean, I'm really glad that you've been clean since 2016 because that shit is
Thanks, man.
scary.
Yeah, it really is.
I also dealt with a family member that was very heavily into crack and destroyed my whole childhood. So
Yeah.
good on you for getting rid of that shit.
I have a son. He turned 18 about a month ago, but he was one of the guiding reasons that led me off of that. He deserved better, and I raised him to be a fully functioning adult, and now he's totally responsible for his own actions. If he is dragged down to the police station because they found bodies in the basement, he's over 18. I have nothing to do with it.
Not my problem.
Those were his choices. That does not reflect on me.
Well, I mean, you're doing better than my dad because I haven't talked to mine in like 7 years. So
No. Oh no, I talk to him pretty frequently. The unfortunate thing is he's better at me than video games now.
There is a point with every child when they beat you in a game and you're like, what the fuck is this?
It's brutal.
What the fuck
He did it when he was like 7. It was with the first Injustice. And he was playing my brother-in-law and I. And my brother-in-law hands me the controller back. And he goes, hey, I think we can stop letting him win now. And I was like, letting him? I've been trying for the last half hour. What are you doing? And
oh my God.
And he just had the smuggest look on his face. And he rolled his eyes and walked away. I'm glad he's 18 now.
Oh, yeah.
Now he can be a nemesis.
Yes. I remember with my kids, it was Halo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We played Halo, and it was like we were playing, and I was like, toying around with them.
It's
like,
all fun.
I'm sniping them from a distance, and like, Dad, it's not fair. And I'm like, stupid children.
Cry me a river.
Oh, boo-hoo. And then suddenly I'm like, oh, shit.
Wait,
Oh, shit.
How did that happen?
Oh, shit. Oh, now I'm working at it.
Tuck and roll, boy.
Tuck and roll.
Who did you let into the game? That's not you.
Yeah, it was that, and then once it started getting into Super Smash Brothers, and they were like kicking my ass, I was like, you know what, guys, I really just don't feel like playing anymore.
I swear a large part of those Nintendo games just do rely on blind button mashing. There's no other reason the kids are that good. No other reason.
Smash Brothers is the Eddie Gordo of Nintendo.
Yes, not Eddie Gordo.
That is the tagline for this episode.
Oh my God.
I agree. Oh man.
Just
yeah. I want to get one of those big arcade joysticks that have all the buttons laid out with the joystick, just so I can wail on the mother. I want to reinforce. I want it to be made by like the Tool brand Caterpillar or something. I want it to be all metal with like Teflon buttons, so that if I really decide to wail on it, it's no problem. It'll take it.
Yeah, so if I chuck it, it's like, it'll be fine once I gotta make that bitch back.
If I get a tire iron out and decide to hit heavy punch with a tire iron, it'll be okay.
Oh, see, that's a controller that literally, if you throw it, the only thing that's really getting hurt is anything around it.
So then I need a TV also produced by like Makita or maybe Rigid, because I'm gonna frisbee that.
Go pick up your gamepad from Harbor Freight.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, I feel like that's a perfect thing. Hey,
I kind of want to issue this challenge out to any DIY joystick makers or whatever.
Yeah,
let's make one that we can take to a rage room and still use after.
Yes,
that's what I want.
The only controller you can actually use in a rage room to rage.
Right.
See, like I personally, when I play games, now there are times you can't help but be mad at a game. Like you're just like, but then I try to remember, it's just a fucking game. It's just a fucking game. It's fine. And I find there's only been one time in my life, and I remember specifically where I threw the controller. But most of the time, it's like, okay, I'm getting genuinely angry now. I need to put this down. I'm doing a good job.
What helps me a lot is remembering the controllers are now $60 to $80.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
I remember when they just came with the system, and I had a Super Nintendo controller. I would lose in Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and I would be so angry. I would put the directional pad under my desk chair and pry up with my arms as hard as I could. That controller laughed in my face, and it was free. Essentially, it was free. Now, if I pick up a controller and do that, I'm going to be calling warranty companies on the chair, the apartment, the controller, the couch next to it, and I'll probably need to go to the hospital.
It's like some kind of freak act of God. mod
Right?
somehow.
That's a Final Destination event happens where the one button dings off and then hits me in the eyeball, right in the place where I was struck with an IED not too long ago, and that just lights out. What killed him? The B button. That was it.
No! Not the B button
It wasn't
again.
even a button that did anything. It was the cancel action button. That was it.
I remember when I was younger, my best friend, we would play, and this is like the original PlayStation. We were playing against each other. And he was one of those people that, like, he'd get real angry with some games. And he's at my place playing, and he was losing, and he's like, and I could hear my controller going, like,
They do make that cracking
yeah,
noise, don't
that
they?
cracking noise, and I'm like, motherfucker, I got to pay for that. Like, and that's when I started letting him win. Like, you can have it. I need my controller.
That's the hilarious part. Back when we just had Nintendos, I couldn't even tell you where to get another controller from.
Yeah,
You couldn't. Like
Radio
literally,
Shack.
Yeah, what do you do?
I think you just
If
had, I think
you're
you just had to go
lucky,
with
there
Nintendo.
was an electronics boutique, or it was EB Games, or something weird. But
Babbage's.
they only had weird computer games that you could never install fully.
yeah,
They came on 9 discs, and there was only 8 discs.
yes, yeah. Yeah, you know, that's funny because they always came with the 2 controllers. They only had 2 controller ports. And you're like, that's a good
But
point.
that
I don't
was it.
remember ever needing to buy another.
They lasted
'Cause
for the life of the console.
I remember as a kid taking those NES controllers and like fucking
Yeah.
flinging the bitches over my head. I remember that. And they were fine.
If they're still around, they're still fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, an Xbox controller I bought 6 months ago has stick drift. So I can't even go straight in a game anymore. I have to go spend another $80.
Yeah, my PlayStation
scam.
downstairs. I've had a PS4 for that PS4
PlayStations
for
are better with
probably
stick drift, yeah.
for like 7 years, and I think I've gone through about 10 controllers, if not more,
Yeah, it's a
on that
few.
thing.
It's a
Because
few,
eventually
definitely.
they just stop charging.
Yeah.
Or they
That's one.
suddenly the sticks are not working as well as they should, and you can't turn left anymore, and the left trigger stopped working. Like,
Yep.
fucking
Yep.
bitch.
Jay, you've got the best expressions ever. Your surprise or surprise agreement?
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Why'd I not?
2 thumbs up, man. You're the world's best hype man. I feel so supported right now. Oh my gosh.
I am the silent hype. You will
You're getting
only
a
see the
Christmas
hype.
card.
You
Let me
cannot
tell
hear
you,
the
big
hype.
guy.
You can see it.
You're
He's
getting a Christmas card.
He's the sniper. He's the one that, like, everybody else is talking, and then suddenly he puts in that one phrase like, "This bitch is crazy." And you're like, ah, fucking Jay! There he is!
It is who I am. I'm that guy.
I'm just a loud, obnoxious frontman. That's it.
We all need both of you. You guys are the dichotomy that makes the world go round.
Oh, stop you.
I don't like these.
Stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
You guy. What were you saying, Jay?
Sorry, I was going along with the song.
Oh, you were singing.
I get down, baby. I get down. Girls to girls, they love us.
Oh, I heard. I did talk to Jesse. I heard you were going to GalaxyCon, right?
We're going to GalaxyCon. VIP tickets this time.
Oh,
Last year we received VIP tickets on GalaxyCon, which was crazy awesome. Let me tell you.
I've
But
never
they
been,
were under
so.
the impression that GameCore was planning something on GalaxyCon's level. And so after 2 to 3 to 4 months of them whining and dining me, I had to be like, guys, I really got to be honest with you. We've got 400 members, which is great. You're looking for 14,000, and we've got, a couple thousand in the bank. You want a deposit of $35,000. Do you see where we're not quite? And they stopped calling us so fast, which is fine. I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. They were putting a lot of work into trying and land us as clients, and I didn't know how to quite break it to them that we're not there quite yet. Believe me, I would love to have multiple booths up at GalaxyCon and be saving lives left and right while playing video games and reading comic books. I mean, that's the dream, is it not? But they thought that we were we were ready to invest, and I was like, I am so sorry, my enthusiasm confused you.
I mean, at least you were honest, even if it took a while. You were honest.
Yeah. I mean, I was ready to invest. The sky's the limit, up to $8.73, but that wasn't what they needed to hear. So I totally understand, and there's no animosity on my end. They were all beautiful people. They were extremely friendly and really did try to show us the greatest time. I just don't deal well with crowds. And it was a very crowded event. It was awesome. But this year we're going back, and we were lucky enough to be able to obtain VIP tickets on our own. So I'll feel a little less guilty that I'm doing a con job, just trying to sit inside Kit from Knight Rider. I mean, that's my main goal. One of these days, they're going to leave it unattended, and I'm driving off and turbo boosting out of the convention hall. But
Jason, where are we going? Wherever you want.
Man, the day that Mr. Feeney talks to me through a car,
Right?
I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
I've peaked. There's no, I don't want to go down.
Everywhere else is downhill.
We're
This is
just-
it.
Just end it now. Like, and I don't want to paint. Just blink out of existence.
Oh, he hit the peak. That's fine.
He peaked.
That's fine.
That
Good
should-
for him.
I would believe wholeheartedly in that religion where, like, if people just started to wink out of existence because, oh, they maxed out. Yeah, that's it.
They hit max level. It's
They
fine.
leveled up. They're gone. I would be first in line at that church. I assume it would be an 80s style arcade, but I'd be on the door, let me in.
Yeah, there'd be like neons fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Just neons and pinball machines
And the Cruisin' USA game doesn't require any quarters, and I can move that drive gear shift up and down as much as I want.
You know what I think about more than Cruising USA is that theme song from Daytona. Daytona! Let's go away, let's go away, Daytona!
I don't know how you just made your voice 8-bit, but
Perfect.
Like, it was damn near perfect.
It's a talent.
Like, you maxed out the speakers in such a way. I thought you would replace these with the original Game Boy speakers.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't know how. Okay, I'm not.
I'm just fucking with you.
You're not gonna gaslamp me. I'm gonna gaslight you.
It's a whole fuck around.
This is a gaslight circle,
It's
sir.
a circle.
It's a circle.
promise that.
You were talking about the circular.
Yeah,
You
it's
wanted
all
the circular
cyclical.
thing. Here it is.
Well,
You know,
Here it
just
is.
moves round and round and round. That's
sounds gassy and flammable.
it.
A little
It
bit.
is. It
A
is.
little bit.
Explosive possibles.
You know,
We've
the
lost
problem
4
with
cats this year to it.
so the gas stove.
They just, I mean, it just hovers around the floor and they don't know enough to jump. That's not true. No animals have been harmed in the making of this.
It's true. It's true.
Today.
What are we agreeing to?
You know, that's the improv part of it. Yes and.
Always
Yes
say
and.
yes. Always say yes. I got you.
We you know, you were talking about the you only have like 400 listeners or whatever, and I'm like, the beginning of all of this social, like, I hate social media, but I really like doing the podcast, and I know the only way to grow is with social media. But like, if it were up to me, if I didn't have this podcast, I would have nothing. I would have deleted my Facebook, my Instagram, all that shit. It would have been gone without any hesitation or any qualms about it whatsoever.
I get it.
But like, the beginning of it is a fucking numbers game.
Yeah.
And it is, and like, no matter how you get those numbers, if they're fake, it doesn't fucking matter.
I've been told my entire life, you fake it till you make it.
Yes.
And
yeah,
I mean, if 9 out of 10 people have told me that, it can't be wrong, right?
I mean, I don't see why not.
But majority rules.
I mean, we're all sitting here right now, so okay, let's roll with it.
I mean, if you get the numbers enough, then other people, then higher ups see you, and then once they see you, they start actually investing in you, and you actually get real shit, and then you can take away the fake shit and be like, oh look, same numbers for a little bit, but now you have the room to like keep growing. And
you guys may have noticed my necklace doesn't turn my neck green anymore.
Oh, wow, hot stuff over there.
And this isn't Tab, this is Coke.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Look out, ladies.
It's got to be RC Cola.
Hey, at least it's not Faygo. That's for those two ICP fans out there. We hear you.
Juggalos are somewhere.
All two of them. We are paying attention.
Yeah, we hear you.
We got you.
I ordered a pair of the new Jankos. When they come, I'll model them.
Are they still? Is Jinko still a company? Are they still making pants
now? Well, again, they're producing pants.
Oh, again? They stopped and started again? I didn't even know they'd still around.
Stopped. I mean, they seem like they may have become Russian peasant pants and then gone back to maybe pants for emotional teenagers.
I mean, that's some heavy-ass denim to be wearing in the blistering cold, but I don't know.
I get it, but you can
what's
fit
fashion.
an entire 96 CD wallet down in those back pockets.
That is very true.
CDs back and front, not just the liner notes.
When you get those elephants, the ones that are like the 40-inch around feet.
And then you can fit your Discman in there, too.
They were called mammoths, not elephants. Mammoths.
I don't know the code names.
I do, because I remember being that guy in high school.
My parents would never have gone for buying them for me, and there was no way I was spending my money on those.
Well, I didn't have any money. I wanted them. I just knew people who all had them. And I was like, one day I'll be wearing those Jinkos.
I'll get you next time.
Yeah. Newsflash, didn't happen. Didn't fucking happen.
I think you can still go to your grave feeling successful.
Maybe I can still pull them off.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you
they're the best jeans for not having to wear a purse and or bag of any sort.
My denim skirt.
For some reason, that makes me think of the Dimitri Martin skit where he's like, I've got pajama pants and a pajama shirt. Man, I wish I had a pajama backpack for all this other stuff I need to wear. I need to carry with me to bed.
That's a good point.
Storybook stuffy.
He's very dry, and I appreciate.
Oh my god. There are two types of comedy. There's the story comedy, and then there's the just constant jokes comedy, like Dimitri Martin and Mitch Hedberg. Like,
moment of silence for Mitch Hedberg. He was my favorite.
Yes.
By all means.
Look at the lines on this poster, how they float.
Man, I feel like Pringles is really laid back. On the day that they were supposed to make tennis balls, potatoes showed up, and they were like, fuck it. Slice them up. If you have 2 legs and are blocking a fire exit, I fucked it up already. if you have 2 legs and are flammable, you are never blocking a fire exit. And he's right. I think about that oftentimes while I'm chaining people inside buildings.
You can't tell me what to do. Line with 2/3 of a triangle on the end. I went to Subway and I said, "Can I get some bread?" And they said, "Why?" And I said, "It's for a duck." And they gave me the bread for free. That's why I learned. Ducks eat for free at Subway. Can I get a salami sandwich? Yeah, that'd be $6.89. No, it's for a duck.
Have you ever seen a duck's tongue? That's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Have you not seen a duck's penis? Because that's the scariest thing.
Well, now I'm gonna have new nightmares. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Have you? No, I'm serious. I'm being 100% serious. Have you seen it? Because that shit is scary.
About the tongue too, but I guess now here I go to the internet.
Okay, so, all right, we gonna go on fucking Reading Rainbow, and you're gonna learn some shit today. So, ducks apparently, like female ducks, do not want to mate most of the time, and so ducks' genitals are trained to shoot out like a fucking gun. And so, yeah, see.
That is the proper reaction.
I don't want my phone anymore.
See, and like they don't just like slowly come out like no, it's like bam. And then females have made fake areas for like fake fallopian tubes, so that if they miss, they're like, haha, you didn't get me pregnant, bitch. Like, because apparently male ducks are like, I'm gonna get me some of that, and they go for it, and it's like, bam! And the female ducks are like, no, psych! You hit fallopian tube 385. Fuck you. You alright, Jason?
Is this what having a stroke feels like?
It's a little bit more pleasant than this, I think.
I don't know. Hearing about bird rape is kind of weird, sir.
I mean, we did do the Pokemon.
Not me.
We did the Pokemon Smasher Pass, and verbs were not accepted.
Correct. Yet.
Yeah, that's right, Jason. On our Patreon, we do a Pokemon Smasher Pass. We've only gone through 150. There's still like 1,300 more to go.
I see light judging. I see light judging mixed with like, huh? Why?
Well, Jay, it's been fun on GameCore while it lasted.
And that's
We'll see you later, guys.
That's why we put it behind a paywall. It's not easily accessible. Can't do it yet.
Don't worry, they gotta pay for it. Nobody will see it.
Think of it as a really bad Pokemon OnlyFans.
It's too late. I was already thinking that.
Oh God! Fucking behind a paywall.
Hey, if it works for Niantic, why can't it work for us?
My dogs are worried about my well-being right now.
As well, they should be.
That's
concerned.
Oh my gosh, man, that would make Pokemon Go like a completely different story.
I mean, it was starting to get completely different there towards the end when they realized they could game the, and then be laying in wait for the. I don't want to use any words to complete these sentences because it's just. It's a 2020 article waiting to happen, and I'm not going to be the guy quoted. Take that, Stone Phillips.
Yeah, Jay, what do you got to say about that? You look like you have an opinion.
Stuff.
Attaboy.
We all should live in peace, and somehow Pokemon just.
I mean,
I don't know.
See, Jason, this is what I was talking about. You seemed like you were so concerned, and
doing
all we did
so
was
well.
bullshit. It's what we do. We just bullshit, and you just follow the train of thought as though it has a track, and it doesn't.
No, it's always
It
off
doesn't.
the rails. It's always off the rails.
It doesn't. We started talking about some genuine, serious things, and here we are talking about smashing Pokemon. How did we get here?
To be clear, you guys were talking about that. I have databases to stay off of.
Ah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
You were never here.
I do
That's
like
right.
custody of my children, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, mine's an adult, so I guess I really have nothing left. All right.
Except for my freedom.
In that case, Squirtle.
I mean, if
It's
anything,
literally in the name. It's literally in the name.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
that's fair. Jay and I were going purely off of swiping left or right, so
Yeah.
like there was no
I really
details
should
in
have
it.
held that card back. I mean, if you gotta know, Chris Hemsworth, and then that guy that plays Reacher. But yeah, okay.
For me, what was it?
That's fair.
The
That's fair.
there are only two guys that I would go gay for. One is Jack Black, and the other one is the guy who played Ant-Man.
Oh, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. I don't
does
know
not
how
age.
he's fucking does not age,
Yeah,
but I must take his powers.
yeah, yeah.
All right, Jay, who you banging?
I mean, okay. Now, to be fair, before Johnny Depp got really weird,
Oh yeah.
I was like Johnny Depp.
Okay,
He was
okay,
cool
yeah.
For a while.
Like before Willy Wonka.
Yes, but then again, he's always been like a little off after
Yeah,
he met
oh, yeah.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
But he just once those fronts came in, I was like, your teeth are entirely too straight. Stop it.
Yeah, they're too straight, and his head got really big.
Go back to being Jack Sparrow. That's
Keith
ruggedly hot
Richards
for some
already has
reason,
the
I don't know.
job.
Edward Scissorhands. Just
21 Jump Street.
yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause you-
21 Jump Street. The newer one or the older one?
Sir, where he started. Good grief. Not with Hill and Tatum. Yeah, there we go. Tatum.
All right. Well, besides games, what kind of movies do you enjoy, Jason? What are your go-to movies? Like, I don't like saying what's your favorite movie because everyone has multiple. Like, there are moods, there are types. Like, there is never one movie.
Yeah.
Maybe someone I can't do it, but like a movie or some movies that you're like, these are good, that's good, that's good, that's good, depending on my mood.
Sure. So I'm a big comics fan, and the MCU, for me, the first go round, like phases 1 through 4, or basically everything from 2007's Iron Man up until Endgame, part 1 and 2, or whatever that was everything I had ever hoped for or dreamed of growing up as a nerd that got shoved in my locker for loving comic books. I don't know why it was ever uncool. That shit's empirically awesome. We have billions of dollars of box office money to prove it. The MCU was everything I wanted it to be. Robert Downey Jr. was just a miracle to happen. And Chris Evans as Captain America, like, he was so good, they even gave him a second chance after being the Human Torch, which he wasn't bad at.
Yeah.
He was Captain America. And everybody on from that point, and with the TV shows and the offshoot, and it did get to be a little much, I'll give you that. And it was a lot to keep up with. But those initial bout of Avengers all the way through that MCU, that's probably some of my favorite filmmaking. And it was made by guys that loved the subject material.
Yeah.
Like,
You can tell.
Whedon,
Oh yeah.
the Russo brothers, who were amazing with like Arrested Development and Community, big TV guys. And so much so, if you guys know Arrested Development, the stair car from Arrested Development was in the side versus side fight in Civil War.
Yes,
Yes.
I
It
do.
was actually
Yeah, I
in
do
the
know that.
war. And so everything that just tied everything together, I loved it. Like Iron Man 3, I think I've seen like 50 times. I've seen the Avengers probably over 80 times, or at least it's been playing while I've been around. Just huge fans.
That last fight between Thanos and all of them, like that still like gives me tingles
Yeah.
when they like bring in and I'm like, say it,
Yeah,
fucking the
finally.
Avengers Assemble, say it,
Oh.
say it.
It took 10
Oh,
years to
10
finally make
years,
that
man.
happen.
And when Cap grabbed Thor's hammer,
Yes! Just
I stood up crying, was clapping.
Yes.
It didn't matter. I
Yes.
was screaming at the screen. That's fan service right there.
Yes.
You build that arc up from movie 1.
Yeah.
And then 50 movies later, you give them what they want. Hell yeah. That's filmmaking.
Yeah, and that it just like that initial like when they start coming through and then
Yeah.
they start that initial like giant
Oh, yeah.
all of them go, oh man, it just gives me the tingles. Like it was
We-
like a 50 fucking minute fight.
We
And you're just
made
like,
you
"Oh!"
walk away from the last movie crying and confused.
Oh,
But
yes.
a year later, we got you. Go ahead.
But it was
Need
so
some
good.
Lore after this one.
Like I mean, right now it's still like to me it feels like they're grasping at straws. Like they are trying to like
There.
like you had the initial arc, you got that solid from like Iron Man 1 to Endgame. You got that whole like that whole thing is quality ass shit. The
Yeah.
whole thing. But now they're just like trying to keep it going again and like look how bad this bad guy is and we're like
Yeah. But at the end, the bad guy just gets talked out of whatever he's doing. They're like, all right, well, I guess we're all good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you
The
can't.
stakes don't seem real. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like some of the stuff they've done after, there's been a few really good ones. Like
Yeah.
I'm still excited for the new Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, it comes
Just
out
dropped
today.
Yeah, and the new and like I really wish they'd come up with another She-Hulk because She-Hulk was fucking great.
I like She-Hulk. I feel weird how a large green woman made me feel like I was climbing the ropes.
I don't feel weird. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go. But lift me up. That's fine. That's fine.
I want to be Titanic, Jack.
That's okay. Oh, you want me to be the bitch or something? That's fine. That's fine. You do whatever you want to
I
do.
love Little Spoo.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Pick you up like a baby. Just,
Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever
before
you
she tosses
say.
you on the bed, she has her.
Goo goo gaga, mama.
Death by snoo snoo, anyone?
Death by snoo. Yes, fucking death by snoo snoo. That's what it is. Like my favorite part, like all of Futurama, my favorite part was that face they made afterwards when they're like, ha! It was like fear and happiness.
Oh,
Just back and
yes.
forth, like, ha.
Yes, they died by crushed pelvises.
Like, aren't they making another one of that again?
Another
Like,
season? I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised.
I thought I heard
Futurama's
they were
been
making
canceled
another
and
one.
brought back so many times.
Yeah, really.
But I mean, the second
It's no longer
season drop
come
was
back on the
bad.
WB.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
It's insane.
And then
goodness.
IFC, and then the Spanish channel.
Telenovelas for everyone.
That's what I meant.
Telenovelas.
That's what I meant.
Telenovelas.
Don't make me miss my show.
No, not my stories.
You wouldn't like me when I miss my shows.
You're probably right.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. I think we've hit an hour. So, Jason, is there anything else you want to say before we let you off?
I would love it if all the listeners could check out twitch.tv/GameCore0. We do different stuff. Tuesdays are Yacht Club night. Wednesdays, we race on NASCAR tracks. It's about 40 veterans across the United States, all racing in virtual driving simulators. It's always fun to watch. And there is real money prizes if you want to participate as well. please join the Discord. The goal is to get to over 1,000, and then we are publicly searchable. So when someone is reaching out and crying for help on the search engines, a resource for us would pop up rather than some of the more illicit things that you could be searching for, like how to successfully do the thing that you're looking for. Remember, that's over 1,000 people on Discord. We can game that algorithm then, and then resources for help will pop up instead of those answers. And that's one of the big things that I'm interested in doing. I've had a really good time talking with you guys. I hope you'll have me back again.
Oh, yes. I mean, you've now said that you're a huge Marvel fan, which means now we have to talk to you more in depth.
You're in.
And I have lots of opinions about video games too, so I'd love to be on a couple of the arcade shows and share some of that knowledge. And I know we have other Discord members that would love to hear you guys and maybe be interested in a conversation or dropping in on one of your streams.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, where can we find you?
Kevin, do it.
No, I did it.
Shut up.
No.
Do it.
All right, fine. Yeah. We always argue about this. You can find us at no, not that one. kjandapodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and the Threads and the TikTok and the Blue Sky and the YouTube, all at KJ and A Podcast. And you can also call us or leave a message at 858-848-KJNA. That's 5562. And you can email us at kjandapodcast@gmail.com. And our Patreon is patreon.com/kjnapodcast. And if you really want to help a podcast in need, a podcast that really loves you as much as you love it, you can go to
They
buymeacoffee.com/KJNA
They talk about you every night.
podcast. Jay, don't cry. Don't cry, buddy. It's okay.
They talk about you most mornings as well.
The feeling's mutual. But that's it. Thank you so much for listening. We love you. Goodbye.
Good night, folks. Later.
What?